Welcome to this beginner tutorial for Canon 650T, also known as Rebel T4i. Today, I'm gonna show you about the camera button. So at the top, there is something called the mode dial. So M for manual, AV for aperture value or priority, TV is for shutter priority, P is for program, this is for auto, and this is auto without flash. This is also an auto, and the rest is also an auto. So first, let's just go into the menu, and then here we have off, on, and then this is the video. So we're gonna turn off. The top here we have a dedicated ISO button and a top dial, shutter button. The right hand side of the camera, there is this port that is the SD card, where you put the SD card in, and then this is the front. There is an aperture value, so if you're in manual you can put let me just zoom it. You can put your fingers here and then use the front scroll dial to change the aperture. And then we have the quick menu, the white balance, autofocus, picture style, drive mode, and then set. This is the gallery and this is the delay. This is for the indicator of the memory card. If it's writing or reading something, this should turn red. And then this is the display itself. This is a fully articulating screens, the EVF, the live view record button, the info menu, and then this is the left hand side. There is AV out. This reads as AV out, or for connecting your camera to the computer. This is mini HDMI. Remote. This is a remote, not a mic input, and this one is the mic input. This one is the remote. And then the left we have the flash. Here, the front we have the 650T, or if you're in America, it's said Rebel T4i. This is the lens cap. This is the release button. If you're using the lens, you must press this and then tilt it that way. And this is the I don't know what's this name, but it lights red when the timer is up. This is the remote, I guess, for the remote. Just zoom that in again. There you go, so you can see clearly. So first, let me change the control on this camera first, so you can see better, So first, how do you mount a lens? I have a Yongnuo 50mm f1.4, f1.8 here. So first, you need to unplug the protector and this thing on the lens. If you have an EF mount lens, there is a red dot, or if you have a EFS mount, there is a white dot. So in the camera itself, that is red and white. So you need to align them like this, and then twist it until you hear a click, like that. That is perfectly mounted. And then you can just unplug the lens cap, and you're good to go. That's it. And then to use the camera, of course, you need a battery. And now let me grab my battery first. So first you need a battery, and on the bottom we have this door which you can open it and then slide this battery in. So don't forget that the pins is always the other way of this thing. It's always the opposite way. Do not put it like this. This is the wrong one. It's gonna inside, but it won't mount correctly, and it will break your camera. Don't do that. Uh, the this pins is always the other way of this indicator, of this lock. So you need to mount it like that and slide it in. It's locked, and you just need to close it, and it's on. It's not on the on. So if you want to unplug the battery, or you want to change the battery, just need to slide the lock and it's gonna go out like that, and then change the battery. It's as easy as that. Or if you're like you want to mount a V mount battery or something, there's this which you can use a dummy battery. The cable is on here, and then it's out. So let's turn on the camera. So all you need to do is just do that, and it's gonna turn on. So now let's set the time and date. Now it's 26 and July 7 2025. Can you see that? Yeah, hopefully you can see that. Now it's 8:36. So 8:36. I'm not gonna use the seconds because it's not, I don't really want to waste my time doing accurate seconds. So just do that. Oh, also you can touch it. You can touch this thing, turn down or up. Okay. And it says no card in camera because I don't have any card right now. So because I'm using the card for recording right now, so I cannot open the gallery and do the stuff for you. I don't know if it's, why is it not focusing? I hope you can see it. It's not blurry. In the preview, it is blurry. So first, in the manual, you need to press the Q button, or in the left hand side of the screen there is Q. You can tap it like go. So first is the shutter speed. This is how fast you took the image. So right now let's try 200 of a second, and then that's it. And the other better is this. This is how wide your lens is. My lens can go up to 1.8, but I always use 2.8 because the lens is not sharp at all at 1.8. So sorry. So at 2.8 it is sharp, it is great, but this is a cheap lens. So if you're using a kit lens, the kit lens itself is f3.5 to 5.6. the lower the aperture is, the bright and more bokeh the image will be. And then the next one we have the ISO, which is how sensitive your sensor is. It's not actually true nowadays. It's nowadays it's just the digital gain of it. 100 means it's not sensitive, and 1200 and 800, 12,800 is very very bright. I rarely even touch 3200 because this camera in 32 ISO 3200 looks really bad. So sometimes I use 1600 or 800, not until like 64,000 or 12,800. Sometimes I leave it in auto, but most of the time, I use it on auto, and I only use ISO, manual ISO in indoor stuff where the camera just suddenly put it into 6400 or 3200, which is very noisy. So that's it. So this is the exposure compensation. So there you go. So this determine how bright or dark your final image will be, because this is a DSLR. uh, the what you see is not what you get, so you need this as a light meter. So if it's too dark, oh sorry, I take a shot. So if it's too dark, there is this bar right here. Where is it gone? There you go. It's one stop too dark, so I need to decrease the shutter speed into like it's perfectly in the middle. I go, and then I take a shot of it, boom, and it's perfectly exposed. So that is cool. And the next one we have is the flash exposure compensation. This, I don't know what this is supposed to, like adjusting the brightness of the flash, but I don't use flash. I mean external flash. This only affects the external flash. If you're using the built-in flash, it's not gonna do anything. At least for my experience. So the next one we have the image picture style. So we have auto. So we have auto, standard, portrait, landscape, natural, faithful, monochrome. This is my preset, and this is my log profile, and a crop out V3, which I never use. I mostly use standard or portrait. If you do a portrait, if you shoot raw, this you don't need to care about this. Yeah, you don't need to care about this. This doesn't affect your raw stuff. If you're shooting JPEG, this really affect it. So if you're not sure which one to shoot, just use auto, or if you just wanna straight out of the camera goodness, just use standard. We have white balance. I always leave it on auto. There is daylight, and then shade, cloudy, tungsten light, white fluorescent light, flash, and custom. For the custom, you cannot adjust the Kelvin because it's an old camera. For some reason, Canon didn't allow that. I don't know why. I hate that. So I mostly use daylight, or yeah, I mostly use daylight for outside shooting, or just leave it in auto, figure it out. So this is the white balance shift. I never touched this, but you know, this can shift the colors up and down, green, magenta, red and blue, something like that. This is the auto lighting optimizer, so it's just optimizing your photo brightness. I always put it at high because for some reason it's just look nice, so I'm just gonna put it there. We have a flash, which is normal flash firing, AC wireless flash, and custom wireless flash. I put it in normal flash firing because I don't use any external flash. Easy wireless flash and custom wireless flash might be useful if you're using a external flash. So this is the autofocus modes. This is really important. This is one shot AF. This only AF once. If you if you press the shutter button half, it only takes that, and if you move, it's not gonna focus again. So this is AI focus AF. It's a really bad name. This means it's switch. It switches between one shot. Why is it always this? One shot and servo. So if you're not sure which one to use, just use AI focus. And AI servo is continuous autofocus. So it just continues to focus. You paint you know, put it somewhere, it just focus and focus. Because this is the SLR and it only has 9 focus point, I put it in one shot. And if you use it for sport photography or something moving, I servo really helps. But I should still object mostly, so one shot. So this is continuous shooting. So this is drive mode. We have single, so it just once, fire once. So it just fire once. I hold the shutter, it only once. And then we have continuous. So this camera capable of 5 frames per second. So it's like this, and so on. So we have self timer here, 10 seconds or remote, a self timer of 2, and self timer continuous. Self timer continuous is, let's do 3. It's like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Yeah, so it counts to 10 and then it just fire the shot you want. So I put it in 3 or 4, something like that. It's kind of useful, but not really. I don't use it. So this is metering. This is important because this camera in a backlit situation is really bad. So metering mode really helps you. So this is evaluative metering, which means it's gonna do the whole screen metering, so the whole image metering. And then we have partial metering, so it's a bit centered, like, I don't know, specification like 60% ish. And the spot metering is in the middle. It's always in the middle. It's like 45%. And center weighted average is like partial metering, but it's the whole image, but the center one is more important. So for backlit subject, I usually use the partial metering or the center weight average. Spot meterings in auto, it doesn't, it's not consistent. If the person use a white a white cloth, and the mat and the circle is on that person, the rest of the thing is dark. It's totally dark. But if the person use a black uh, cloth, the rest of the picture will be very very overexposed. So I don't really use spot metering. In rare cases I do use spot metering, but evaluative metering works the best for most use. So this is the image quality. So the difference between the smooth, this is smooth, and this is like, it's not smooth. So the smooth is fine or good quality, and this is the normal quality. The normal quality large 80 megapixel JPEG is 2 to 3 megabytes, and the fine, the high quality one is 5 megabytes. So that is a lot for a single photo. So I usually use the large normal JPEG. So the large one is 80 megapixel, the medium is 8 megapixels, small one is 4.5, small 2 is 2.5, and small 3 is 0.3 megapixels. That is very small. RAW plus fine JPEG is available, or RAW plus JPEG and RAW. So I only use the standard RAW plus the standard RAW and the RAW. I never use any other this other than the large the standard JPEG and the RAW. That's it. So that is the quick menu here, the control. So if you're wondering what is this is the sensor, proximity sensor. So if you put your head in here, it's gonna turn off the screen, and if you do that, it's gonna turn on. So this does help the battery life. It really helps the battery life, not gonna lie. It helps a lot. So that's probably it. Thanks for watching, and see you at the next tutorial. Bye bye.